Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kieran, and I'm going to be doing a Divine Masculine update for the rest of the week here, okay? This is just going to be for the Divine Masculines, basically finding out what their energy is like at this time, their mind space, the heart space, the obstacles that they're going through, the actions, and the outcome of this particular group of Divine Masculines, okay? So, I'm very tired. And you didn't ask, but I don't care. I'm just telling you information. And so, no, that's it. There's no point in saying that. I'm just tired. I also wanted to do this video today rather than wait until tomorrow or Friday because, again, and this is for anybody that's new or returning subscribers, again, doing free readings until Friday at midnight, right? So, before it becomes Saturday. So if you email me before then, I can absolutely do a free reading. Okay, and the information for that can be found on the About section of my YouTube channel. It's just my name at yahoo.com. I know I still use Yahoo. I suck. But email me there and that'll be cool, okay? Because the prices are up, the website is up. You guys can probably look in advance and see what the prices are going to be like, because that's what they are. I even have them guaranteed up to a certain point of a certain price, and this is just because I do not want you guys to pay that much money for something that you don't, that you don't necessarily need, let's say, okay? This is a service after all, right? It's not psychological help. Okay, so that being said, my prices are pretty cheap, okay? And I think that about sums it up. So let me get into the reading, okay? Probably a good idea, not just talk about pricing. So yeah, we're going to be looking at their energy first, all right? So I'm just going to shuffle these cards real quick. You guys are going to sit there and listen to my nasally voice, and it's going to be really great. And I think I have a cold too, but again, you didn't ask. Isn't it great? You just tell you information, you guys just have to listen to it. It's awesome. Okay, so, dear Spirit, what is going on with the Divine Masculine's energy at this point? What is the Divine Masculine going through energetically during this week? This near future energy going on here. So, the first card that I got was the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords speaks to truth and not necessarily communication, but it does speak to a bit of stress and a bit of coming in very, very fast type of thing. Not really careful with the words. Knight of Swords is very harsh type of energy. Like, if you need to come in and just say something, then you'd be in a Knight of Swords energy, right? Like, you've just bottled up a lot of stuff, and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to just speak my truth, and this is how it is. And whoever takes it, however they take it, is how it is, and I don't care. Really about that type of energy. It is, let's say, as an energy, okay, and because it is a swords card, mental space, I can tell you the Divine Masculines are already, I think they're under a lot of stress right now, okay? This, more than anything, it is about kind of some type of stress, so I feel like in their lives there's a stressful energy around them. We'll see what else I can get. And stress is, again, it does speak to some element of communication. When you're stressed, you're more likely to say something, but as an energy, it's just about stress, really. What else can I get? So, let's see here what else I can get going on. Alright, so dear Spirit, what else can you tell me about Divine Masculine's energy at this time? What else can you tell me about the masculine energy at this time? Yeah, so you have another swords card, which is the Two of Swords, okay? It is about having blindfolds on, though in this case, swords. And this would mean that they are lacking some type of clarity, possibly about the relationship. But as an energy, it's just speaking to being a little bit unable to really discern truth from illusion, from reality from not reality. And so energetically, it's like there is some stress around them, and there's stress around this. There's stress around this Two of Swords. It's like there's truth that they don't understand, things that they don't know, possibly in regards to their spiritual enlightenment and their awakening, right? Because the Divine Feminines are the ones that are more spiritually attuned, and they've been through the process longer. And so Divine Masculines are really getting into this area of this energy, really forcing them to become awakened and they're not sure what's going on with them. Okay, I do get this heavy feeling that they're very stressed and confused of what's going on in their life right now. Okay, regardless of what it seems on the outside, remember, and that's also the problem with social media. I don't think I've ever said this to you guys, but don't check their social media, because nobody posts sad shit on social media. Like, nobody is posting about how, like, they sat and cried all day, or how, like, nobody's posting pictures of their bank account and how empty it is. Everybody just posts pictures of some vacation they took 6 years ago. So don't do that to yourself. It's not fair. So what else is going on with their energy, dear spirit? People just they put their best foot forward with social media. Nobody ever shows you what reality is like, so it just is a good idea to not do that to yourself, okay, if you're still checking their social media. I just thought I'd say that. After we have the King of Wands energy, so it's like there is this passion, creative energy going on that is going to be available to them in the coming week or so. It does speak to a charismatic man, so this could be your divine masculine, okay? It does speak to getting into a place of worldly energy, a creative entrepreneurial energy. So I do feel like the divine masculines are there is going to be an energy available to them that is going to allow them to really stand tall, stand up, be passion, right? Have something kind of grow from within them, right? As an energy, the King of Wands is very, very passionate. Okay, so there is going to be some heavy passion coming in from them over this next week, and this might be in regards to the relationship itself, okay? As divine feminine pulls away, divine masculine becomes more attached to the relationship. So dear spirit, what else can you tell me about the masculine energy for this next week? What else can you tell me? Okay, card fell out. Gonna get it. It's gonna be great. There we go. Yeah, so this is the Three of Pentacles. This is also an energy of hard work, okay? Really putting forth the effort. You can see this guy here really building his pentacles there. I don't know what it is he's building. He's just putting coins on a pillar. That's the biggest waste of time I've ever seen. But it does speak to some type of hard work and determination and success, okay? So, and it is a material card, but as an energy, it does speak that there's a lot of effort that they're putting forth in their life right now that could be a little bit more focused on their 3D. It's a Three of Pentacles card, so it is like working towards something. So a lot of them are working right now, focused on their work, but they do have that energy about them, okay, which is like a more serious type of let's get shit done type of energy, okay? So what else can I get energetically for the divine masculines? So I did get the Queen of Swords, but I did get it in reverse. Okay, so the Queen of Swords upright would be speaking of a woman or an energy, let's say, that is more independent, more concise, very clear with her thoughts, right? Not confused in any way, right? Sorry, I just had, I think I'm having just blackouts recently where I just don't even understand anything. So anyway, having it in reverse is kind of like not understanding that you could be possibly in the wrong, okay? Like, it's kind of about bad behavior, and it also does speak to some type of extreme stress. So I do feel like there's a lot of stress going on inside their energy right now at this time. Again, you started with the Knight of Swords, and it's like, there's just a stress around all of this stuff that's going on. There's a heavy element of stress. It's almost like it impedes their own passion. Okay, like the stress is taking a toll on their life right now. Because it is, again, it's between this King of Wands and this Three of Pentacles. There's just an element of like a lot of stress going on in their life right now that that they're really trying to work through. Okay, like they're very stressed at this moment. But as an energy, to crown the energy there, we do have the Three of Cups, okay? Which is, of course, a Hearts card or a Cups card. This isn't a playing deck, but it does speak to emotional fulfillment, joy, celebration, happiness, okay? Also, third-party situations. They could be stressed about a third-party situation, karmic type of thing going on. Doesn't make them happy because they're so stressed about it. But I also feel like it's more so as an energy that they're going to be getting into a place where they can celebrate, where they're going to get some type of good news, okay? where they might have, and it might even just come from within, where they have like a small emotional victory within themselves. Okay, having that at the end of the reading altogether, I do feel that there is going to be, it does speak to endings or celebration. I want to say celebrations of an ending. Okay, so they might just be celebrating that their stress is ending. Okay, celebrating the end of relationships, but I feel like their hard work and the stress that they're going through right now is going to pay off for some type of victory for them. Okay, so we'll find out more right now about their headspace. I'm going to move these cards out of the way. So, what's going on with the Divine Masculines? Mind space at this time. What are they? How are they thinking about this relationship? What are they thinking about their twin flame at this time? So yeah, this is the Divine Masculine card, in my opinion. This is the Emperor. This is about having control of your emotions. So right now, I feel like they're very much thinking about. I mean, could be thinking about themselves a little bit, but very much I feel like they're thinking about how to be more confident, how to think without feeling. Okay, very much about trying to be in control and to be to have confidence in their ability. So, Emperor, a very confident energy, very much in control. Okay, so they are thinking about how to be in control, and maybe they want to feel like they're in control, or think that they're in control. Maybe they do think that they're in control, right? But unfortunately, nobody's in control of anything. So, what else can I get for their energy? Or I should say, the only thing that you can be in control of is your emotions, truthfully. So, what is their mind space like? I said energy by accident. Dear Spirit, what else can you tell me about their mental space right now in regards to this relationship? And again, having the Emperor could also just mean that they, it is suggesting that they're Divine Masculine and they're thinking about their connection in regards to themselves, right? A little bit. What else can you tell me about their mental space? Yeah, so look at this. You have the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So it's almost like suggesting that they're thinking about destiny. They're thinking about how to change and reverse the situation, thinking about how things are going to turn out, okay? Really thinking about if they're in a bad situation right now with their Divine Feminine or just in their life, they're really thinking about how to turn the tables, how things are going to happen, right? How the future is going to unfold. Okay, so they are thinking about a more positive period, thinking about destiny, thinking about what to do about the destiny, and understanding how to get it. Because what are they trying to get? Well, they're trying to get a Nine of Cups, right? This is what came out here. This is about wish fulfillment, right? Having your wish granted. This dragon heading towards that deep source energy, that love, okay? So it is like they're thinking about their wish fulfillment. They are thinking about their Divine Feminine, okay? They're thinking, it's just like right now, it's like they're trying to gain control of their emotions, but it's like this Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is almost saying like, no, that's not gonna, you can't do that because you love your Divine Feminine, okay? And also, just speaking that this is what they want. They're thinking about this inside of their head. They're thinking what's going to happen, what the future is going to be like. Are they going to be with their Divine Feminine? How would they do that? How are they going to, because they're not as connected, right? And it's like they push away the connection. They push away the connection. They push away the connection. But the Wheel of Fortune again is suggesting that it's not that energy can't last, right? You can't control your emotions forever. Eventually, it's like you're going to have to realize that your Divine Feminine is your wish fulfillment, and it's like they're already thinking about that, right? Because they do have that inside of their mind. It's just they want to deny that, but they are thinking about it, which is very good because at least it shows that they're a little bit more in tune with themselves as time is going along here, right? Just God, they're so slow, right? But look at this. This is the Page of Wands, which speaks to good news and communication. Okay, a lot of fire, a lot of passion. This would be coming out underneath the King of Wands, by the way. Or no, it wouldn't. Okay, I forget that I said that. But okay, it's the Page of Wands. Good news. So events speed up a little bit. Not as fast as the Knight, but definitely good energy to be in. The Page of Wands, also good for travel plans, that type of stuff. So it's like, that they're traveling, that they're thinking about taking some travel. They're thinking about communicating for sure, having this in a thinking card. They're thinking about some way to communicate, some way to talk to their Divine Feminine, some way to talk to their Nine of Cups, okay? So they're already thinking about some type of way of communicating the future, how things are going to turn out, that type of energy, okay? We'll see what else I can get for their mind space. What else can you tell me? How else are they thinking about this connection? Dear Spirit. And that's really good for them to be thinking about how to communicate. Man, I can tell you right now, this is what's probably stopping them. Is they're thinking about this, right? Five of Wands, which is about arguments and competition and having those types of debates and that. And because you guys are going to have some, especially for you guys that are not in communication for a longer period of time, there is going to be some stuff that needs to be said, and it might lead to some arguments. Having this after the Page of Wands and having another Wands card is really just suggestive that they are going to have to communicate, but they're kind of holding themselves back because they're afraid of the conflict that's going to happen. Okay, now you Divine Feminines might have said some stuff to them. They might have said some stuff to you. Okay, you might have never been rude to them at all, and they have been to you, and so they have to come back and they're thinking, well, if I do that, if I communicate towards my Divine Feminine and I change the tide of things, change the fortune, change the wheel, there's going to be some type of conflict, right? And they're still worried about that a little bit, and that's probably where you get that stressful energy up top, okay? Because they are stressed about how to communicate. There is also, I'm going to get one more card, but I do want to say that also if you're Divine Feminine, and you might have said some stuff to them as well, standing up for yourself, you might have bit back a little bit, then, that's also where there might be some competition as well, some type of arguments, I should say. And that is, it's to be expected because, again, don't romanticize the relationship. I think a lot of you are at a point where this relationship has been more painful than amazing. And I don't want to, maybe amazing isn't the best word. It has a deep, profound type of transformation, which you can really greatly appreciate, especially as you go on. But let's say it hasn't been like The Notebook. Or actually, I've never even fucking seen that movie, so I don't know what I'm talking about. That's like the movie where the guy is Ryan Reynolds, and that's the plot. He's just Ryan Reynolds. I don't know what else that movie's about. She's in a coma, right? I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, shit. God damn, that was a good one. Good sneeze. Okay, so sneezing is so useless, honestly. Okay, sorry, a little bit of an aside. Okay, so what I was saying is that don't romanticize the relationship because it isn't like a romantic movie, okay? That this is what real life is basically looks like, okay? That the relationship that you guys are in with your Divine Masculine, well, you can't be afraid of conflict, guys, okay? You can't be afraid to stand up for yourself and really tell them how you feel when they do come back, and they can't be feeling that way as well. Because you guys, honestly, I'm sure a lot of the stuff and a lot of the relationships would be fixed if you guys just, if there was just a fight, like a one big giant fight, where you guys told each other everything that was on your mind with some possible curse words and some anger, and like it would blow over because everything would need to be said, and once that's over, it's over, right? So let me get one more card for what they're thinking, okay? What's one more card? Spirit. Okay, so yeah. You have the Hangman, okay? So it's like they're thinking, again, they're stuck or they're waiting, okay? Because there is the stress about what they're doing, and they do have stress about the Divine Feminine having to wait, but again, they're thinking about this, and it's like this conflict energy is causing them to have patience, okay? Now, energetically speaking, because this is an energy relationship, as well, I mean, all relationships really are, but because it does involve energy, and not just on a conscious level, okay? It could very much be that the reason that why they're not coming forward and why they do feel that there's going to be so much conflict and why they have this Hangman energy and why there's all this stress in their energy is because they're not sure how the Divine Feminine is going to react. Because energetically, you as a Divine Feminine might be very much, even just a little bit, okay, even if you used to be like 70% of this, and maybe now you're only 30%, but they do feel that their Divine Feminine is not going to react positively, okay? Now, that might be true. That could even be true for me. There's no way of telling, but if you do feel that there might be something, if they were to come back and you do have some type of negativity involved in that, then that is a kind of a block from the connection, energetically speaking, okay? It does keep them from coming back. So even if they did come back and you're in that energy, well, then you might miss the opportunity, right? And so the universe is actually trying to protect you right now if you are in that energy from missing an opportunity. And even if you're in a great positive energy, they just might not be there yet. In which case, the universe is still trying to protect you from missing something that might make you really happy. Okay? So try to think about it like that. Okay? So, but let's find out about their heart space right now, because mentally speaking, they're definitely wanting to change the wheel and to come forward and communicate and have their wish fulfillment, but they are scared of doing it, and they're very, very stressed and not sure and afraid of conflict, and so they're still waiting right now. So, okay, so also could just mean they're not sure that their divine feminine is still waiting around for them. That also could be very much true. Okay, so let's find out about divine masculine's heart space. So, dear spirit, what is divine masculine's heart space like at this time? So this is the Ten of Wands. It's about burdens, feeling a little bit, again, more stressed. This dragon here, very stressed, doesn't seem like he's having a good time. This would indicate some type of burdens, chains a little bit, being just overworked. Okay, so again, inside of the heart space, they're probably flooded with all these emotions. Okay, flooded with these feelings, and there's just too much for them to handle. Because they do feel responsible for their divine feminine, and you divine feminines feel like you're responsible for your divine masculine. Okay, I used to show up like and just like be around her, just to, almost like in a primal way, just to show her that I was there. I don't know if that's pathetic. It could be, but it was a long time ago, and so. But that was like my way of, but I felt that responsibility for her as if like I needed to be. Do you know what I mean? And they also feel that too, and it's kind of causing them a lot of stress. Again, it's all speaking of their stress, because right after that you have the Nine of Wands. Okay, 10-9. Nine of Wands is about almost the same type of energy. If the Ten of Wands is about being overworked, the Nine of Wands is about feeling defensive. Okay, it's about feeling like there's some type of, like inside of their heart, again, they're feeling that they're getting into that more conflict energy. I mean, it is wand energy, so it is desire and stuff like that, but they're feeling a lot of responsibilities inside of their heart towards this connection, and that's stressing them out, because it feels like they're running out of time to come forward, and that they're very, very stressed and overworked and burdened and defensive about how to do that, and they're not sure what they can do about their emotions, right? They're still holding on a little bit to their emotions. Okay, after that you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is about comfort. And so again, it could even be that they're holding on to what they have in the material at this time inside of their heart, and but again, because it's in their heart space, I feel that it's more about them holding on to their emotions. This is two nines right here, which is also about letting go. So I feel like inside of their heart, it's like they need to let go of some of the burdens that they feel before they can come forward, because I feel like a lot of them know that they're in the wrong a little bit, and they need to really understand that, okay, and that they, that there is something that they need to be done, and that's why, like, emotionally they're feeling so much pressure inside of their heart to do something. So what else can you tell me about their heart space, Spirit? What else can you tell me about the heart space? Yeah, but look at this, and this is interesting to have this in the heart space, but this is the Ace of Swords, which, yes, is a mental energy about a new beginning, but having an ace is really, really great news. So I do feel like inside of their heart, they're going to... I feel like something is going to affect the way how they think and how they feel, okay? There is going to be a new beginning inside of their heart. I feel like where it's more going to match the energy of their... Where it's more going to match the energy of their mind, where I feel like there's going to be more of more of a balanced give and take between their mind and their heart, where they finally kind of decide to move forward with some type of clarity, right? Ace of Swords is kind of like an epiphany. So I feel like they're going to have an epiphany inside of their heart, where they realize their love for their divine feminine is going to trump all of the kind of the crap that's been going on. See what else I can get, but I do feel that there's going to be an energy where they have an epiphany with their emotions, okay? And look, it does lead to some type of stability, because you have the King of Wands, so this could be them as an energy, and this does speak to a type of wealthy man, a benefactor, okay? Inside the heart space, I feel like this is them feeling more stable in the relationship, okay? Because if they're feeling this, they're getting to a point where they feel this type of safe energy, okay? Because it is a grounded energy. It does speak, the Pentacle cards do speak to, especially King of Pentacles would speak to feeling safe and secure. So it is like they're going to feel more secure in their emotions. Let's see what else I can get for their. What else are they feeling towards the Divine Feminine? Dear Spirit, what else are they feeling towards the Divine Feminine? Yeah, because look at this. Six of Wands. A lot of Wands cards going on, okay? This really is passionate energy. And again, the King of Wands was in their energy, right? So it makes sense why you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now, and if you, 6 altogether energy, okay? For Wands energy, which is that passion, desire energy. Six of Wands is a victory, by the way, okay? It does mean success, completion. It does mean expressing emotions, committed relationships coming through, having celebration, a type of marriage element towards it, just a committed relationship. Really is overall one of the best cards to get in the deck, okay? And so, again, how are they feeling towards you? Yeah, they're feeling there's some burdens, sure, absolutely, holding on too tightly, defensive, but it's like their feelings are going to give way because they're going to have an epiphany, and that is going to lead them to feeling more safe, so they can come in, right? They can ride on their dragon towards you guys, and you know, and be committed to you guys and express emotions and have that outpouring and love, right? And again, the end of their energy was also the Three of Cups, which is celebration, okay? Which really matches up with their Six of Wands heart space. So again, right now, very, very currently right now, they are in a little bit defensive about how to come forward, definitely worried about how to do it, very stressed, okay? But there is going to be a time in the near future where they have an epiphany, okay? And again, don't take the time as absolute. It's an energy, so, you know, there's if you ever read about timelines and stuff like that, which I'm not like an expert on, because some things about spirituality I don't necessarily resonate with. I don't think that this is BS, I just don't tend to focus on it. Everybody has their different type of truth, but timelines essentially is in which, you know, obviously something happened here and it didn't happen here, but time is fluid, really, and there is a show on Netflix you guys should watch, which would really honestly help you with your relationship. It's not a relationship show, it just has to do with time, but it'll make you understand time really in an interesting way. It's called Dark. It's in German, but it's a really great show if you haven't seen it. Look at me promoting a show. I should get money for this. But really great show. And it just talks about time in the way that the future actually influences the past, right? And time is cyclical, like this Wheel of Fortune. And so what I mean by saying that and mentioning timelines is that, you know, all of this could be coming true, and it could be exactly true, but it could just not be, you know, you're not attuned to this timeline yet, right? And so all of this comes true in 6 weeks. And it was like, sure, my reading was accurate and 100% because it happened in its own, in a timeline, right? It happened in its own strand of timeline. Like, here's a timeline, there's a timeline, there's a timeline, right? And you might, you know, you could even be watching for one timeline, but you're in another timeline. And the whole thing gets very, very convoluted. But ultimately, the more that you learn about time and the spiritual nature of time will really help you understand that it's already, that your Divine Masculine has already come forward, you know, in a certain timeline, right? Like, you manifest that reality. So again, it's like, I've said this a couple times, but it's like, if you look at anybody that is famous or has done anything, or anybody that's even remotely successful, or even some small success that you've taken, it all led to this moment. So it was always going to be that type of moment. So I'll even use an example from my own life, okay? I discovered tarot reading way after discovering my twin flame relationship, and that led me to finding tarot readers, okay? I connected with some tarot readers. This is pretty cool, but at that point I was never thinking about doing tarot readings. Of course not. It didn't even enter my mind. Then maybe in April or May I decided, well, it would be kind of cool to buy like a deck or something. I'll buy a deck. That'll be kind of cool just to see what it's like, right? Then I would practice by myself over like June or something like that, and then in July I started doing tarot readings. So why I mention that is because it was always destined for me to be doing this type of stuff, okay? Now, it happened in a relatively short amount of time considering when I first discovered tarot, but the idea is that from January to now, August, I've manifested a new way of doing things in my life, a new hobby, let's say, okay? One that actually fulfills me a little bit, or a lot of it, and that's kind of what I'm saying is about that time, right? It was always going to happen. So it was always, I like me doing this now, I was always going to be doing this. So it was always going to come. So it was always available. It was always happening. It was just happening in a different timeline. It was happening in the future, and the future happens always in the present moment, okay? So that's why people always tell you to focus on the present moment, because when you do that, you actually come into the moments that you want faster. Okay, but it's just extremely difficult to do because pain takes you out of the present moment, and that's why, you know, the twin flame relationship's so prolonged, because you have to get rid of as much pain as you possibly can. Okay, but sorry for that spiel. I just really wanted to get into that convoluted stuff a little bit, just to let you guys know that there is an element of divine timing, and that is silly and as pain in the ass as it might be to hear that type of stuff, especially for me as well. It actually behooves you to focus on the now moment, because it's already happened. Okay, just think about everything that you want is already happening, and then you'll attract it quicker. Okay, so let me find out about the obstacles to union right now. So yeah, all right, 2 cards already came out. Interesting. So 2 of Wands, slower energy as an obstacle. It's like they're not taking the proper plannings and procedures to move forward. Okay, it's the start of the energy, right? They need to change that. 2 of Wands is very much about planning, right? Like as if you were planning a trip, but you haven't actually booked a ticket yet, but you are thinking about it, planning. So again, this is that obstacle. They're already too much in their head a little bit, again, but they are going to have that Ace of Swords with Epiphany. But right now, it is very much an obstacle that they're not planning as much as they should be. Okay, they're not taking the appropriate action. 4 of Pentacles, holding on too tightly to things, being a little bit greedy, either with their finances, their karmic relationships, their things in their life. They're just, they don't want to let go of certain things right now, so that's an obstacle. But these are minor arcana, which means they never last. So it's just a current type of thing. So what else is an obstacle to union, spirit, for this Divine Masculine group? Yeah, and then this is the Hierophant card, okay, which speaks to education, wisdom, rites of passages. So honestly, it's almost like they just don't know enough information right now, and that's why, again, you have the Ace of Swords, okay? And that's why you also have some stress. They're just stressed about not understanding, and that's why they feel so burdened, is because like they don't really get that Divine Feminine is their Divine Feminine, and so it causes a lot of stress inside their life. So obstacle-wise, it's not that big of a deal. They are going to be going through a rite of passage. But they just haven't really reached it right now. And I feel like as soon as they release some of the grip on their control of their life, right, release that 9 of Wands energy, they're gonna go through this rite of passage and really get into that Ace of Swords. Okay. So right now, currently, there's just some minor stuff in the way. They are again in their heart space. They're in the 10 of 9 of Wands, feeling defensive and burdened, overworked, but they're gonna get out of that. Okay, in the near future. So let me find out about the actions they're gonna take at this time. Okay, so. Dear Spirit, what actions is this group of Divine Masculines going to be taking towards their feminines? What actions are they going to be taking towards their feminines? So look at this. This is the Queen of Cups. Okay? No, too close. Queen of Cups. Intuitive woman, emotional, knows what she wants, not afraid to speak her or to express herself. Okay? Very in tune with nature, in spirituality. Okay? So I feel like as an action, they might even be a little bit more in this energy. I just want to say that it does feel more like they are going to be a little bit more in touch with their emotions. So action-wise, I feel like they're coming towards their Queen of Cups, or they are going to be more in tune with their emotions. So they are focusing more on their heart space at this time, maybe figuring out their emotions. After that, we have the 7 of Pentacles, which is about success. It's about showing off, right? You see the dragon showing off his pentacles. It's about the work that you've put in, reaping rewards, reaping benefits, having the success come out, okay? So as an action card, it's almost like that there is going to be some rewards, okay? That there is going to be some type of movement coming forward where they feel like they can really actually express themselves a little bit. So they are going to put in some more work into this relationship, okay? What else can I get for actions that they're going to take? What else is the actions they're going to take at this time? So again, getting more in touch with their emotions. I feel like definitely putting in the work a little bit more, because right after that you have the Page of Pentacles, and because these are Pentacle cards, it's more like this is 3D energy, right? Like stuff that's actually going on in the physical. And a Page of Pentacles is about a little bit of growth, right? Talent, shining type of things. It's good. It's a good card for money. It's a little bit of success in the 3D again. So having it next to the Seven of Pentacles is really good, because it does suggest that they are going to be putting in more work towards their emotions, okay, and in the physical. So it is like they're taking some. It is like they're taking some measured, stable results to really prepare for this type of union, okay. And a lot of it has to do with their emotions at this time. So what else can you tell me about their actions that this Divine Masculine is going to take? Spirit. And that's good, you know, that they're taking some type of measured action. Oh, wow, look at this. This is a great card to get, guys. This is the Four of Wands, all right, which is an action card as a Wands card. Again, more Wands energy, right? A lot of Wands in this card. Reading, spread, thing, nouns, words. Yeah, Four of Wands. Twin Flame card, by the way. These two are dancing. Presumably they're going to bang it out in a couple minutes. I don't know. Whatever. But that is great. That also means marriage and commitment and a celebration. Having it with the Six of Wands in this reading is very, very good. So I feel like action-wise they are going to be coming forward. Okay, that is awesome. Right after that you have another wand card, which is the Three of Wands, which is about waiting for your ships to come in a little bit. Also kind of about getting to a better place. You can see this dragon having crossed all that lava. So he is looking at everything as he's still got his wands on him, right? So there is going to be some type of success going on. So it's a slower moving energy, but having the Three and Four of Wands right together, is really good, because they're great for travel as well. So there is going to be some type of travel towards you guys, okay? And look at this. The next card is the Divine Feminine card, the Empress, okay? And you did have the Emperor card up there in their mind space. So ultimately the actions they're taking is they could even be getting more into their Divine Feminine energy, right? Because as they focus more on their heart, they're going to get more into the Divine Feminine energy. But it also could just mean that they're going to be traveling towards the Divine Feminine, some type of communication going on, committed relationship, something grounded. So it is like the actions that they're taking, it is getting there, okay? They just have to reach that, they just have to get to that point, okay? And they are going to get to that point fairly soon. So, I would suggest you guys, don't focus on the relationship, let it happen, but energy-wise, it does seem like as soon as they get to that Ace of Swords energy and they get out of their head and their heart, they stop feeling so burdened and stuff like that. They are gonna come forward. Four of Wands again. That's great to have because it's a Twin Flame card. Okay, so let me now. That is kind of an outcome, honestly, the actions that they're gonna take. But let me just get 3 cards on the outcome. So what is the outcome of this relationship, dear Spirit? What is the outcome for this group of? Yeah, so look at this. This is a great card to get. A Knight of Pentacles. Fuck me. Knight of Cups. Is it Cups? It's Cups, right? Okay, it's Cups. Knight of Cups. I almost said Hearts again. This is a proposal. I just stuttered. Kill me now. That is a proposal, okay? So that's about coming forward with a real love offer, okay? Now, beware of a Knight of Cups, because it could be a little bit... It's not necessarily fickle, but it's about somebody that's like, you need to be careful and a little bit wary. Like, they have all of these emotions, but, you need to be a little bit, not on edge necessarily, but the Knight of Cups could also just be somebody that is very, very charming, and like they sweep you off your feet, but it's passionate, and then it's kind of over, and you're like, well, what happened? That type of thing, right? But it does literally mean a proposal. So the outcome is a proposal of emotions, an expression of emotions, proposing a relationship, possibly friendship, living together situation. Okay, what else can you tell me about the outcome of this relationship, dear Spirit? Again, the action cards really spoke to it, what was going to be the outcome, but I'm just going to get 2 more cards. Okay, so yeah, look at that. So you have the Ten of Swords, okay, which is an ending to a way of thinking, okay, because after that you have the Ace of Cups. So this is an emotional outpouring, a new beginning in love. Okay, so again, I feel like the Ten of Swords is really just saying that they're gonna end a way of thinking. That it's going to end a type of situation, a mental state of being. Like there is going to be some type of ending towards something, and they are going to propose they're going to be proposing something, an ending to a situation, which in this case I believe is the separation between you guys. Okay, that ending, and it is going to lead to a new beginning in love, an expression and an outpouring of emotions. Because after that, you have the Magician, which speaks to manifesting your desires, having the energy available to you to really get that relationship, because it is a product of your own manifestation, right? You're working with the universal energies. And then finally, another Wands card. Okay, guys, again, the energy up here was King of Wands, so that set the tone for the entire reading. And another Wands card, this is the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is you guys. I think they have the King of Wands up there, and you guys are the Queen of Wands and that energy. But Queen of Wands speaks to passion, energy, really getting in touch with nature, your creative side. Oh, again, a woman that's very confident and empowering and in control and knows what she wants. Okay, she's also a little bit intuitive. All right, but it is a very, very passionate energy. Okay, so the outcome is looking good. There is going to be a proposal. 10 is also October, by the way. I do feel like a lot of communication and separation is going to end in October, so keep that in mind. So again, guys, free readings until Friday. You can check out the prices after that. They're not expensive. And you can let me know if you want it, a free reading. Email me, and I'll respond. And I usually get them done within the day. Okay? Alright, guys. Cool. Thanks, guys, for watching. Appreciate it. Alright, guys. See ya.